thought I was going to have to wait. I thought I was going to have to wait for days longer. Days. Hashtag, look who's back. And you know what? Fine. Good. Yes. Better than Rombak. Better than Lukaku. Look who's back's fine, Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea Football Club have announced Romelu Lukaku. Welcome home at Romelu Lukaku 9. Look who's back. It's Big Rom, man. Look, guys. You got your intro. I'm super gassed. I was concerned because the man isn't going to be able to play against Crystal Palace. I couldn't buy him into my fantasy Premier League team. I'm going to have to reschedule my finances. But Romelu Lukaku has been announced as a Chelsea player. The box office narrative of him first signing for Chelsea Football Club, being a Chelsea fan, idolising Didier Drogba. Going away from the Premier League despite an excellent record in return for scoring goals across a multitude of clubs, not being appreciated by Manchester United, or certainly not being utilised to his optimal potential. Yes, he plays with his back to goal, but he's good at link-up and he's not a target man. Goes away to Inter Milan, to where his beloved Antonio Conte completely values him, develops his game, puts him on the white meat diet. He slims down, loses the bulk, gets the old Yannick physique, and develops his game. Super creative numbers, super goal scoring, absolutely incredible footballer for Inter, for Belgium. Yes, we focused our desires and outlooks on Haaland, an amazing footballer throughout the summer. But in terms of this Thomas Tuchel team, we need that centre forward that can be a focal point, can be intelligent, cerebral forward to link up play and be that final creative player as well as finisher that will give the other players better chance quality as well. And it's in Romelu Lukaku, man. So, we're going to win the Premier League. Oh yeah, by the way, do consider subscribing and liking and all that gear. I will be up against the wall again soon. That sounds weird. I will be doing videos in the presenter format again soon. Over the transfer window, I'm sitting at the desk because it's news is coming thick and fast. And there's a lot to talk about. So Chelsea announced Romelu Lukaku, and the big discussion that was going round the block is, does this make Chelsea title contenders? And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, it does. Chelsea can win the Premier League. Now they've got Romelu Lukaku. They were, I think, under Thomas Tuchel in the second half of the Premier League season. I think we were just behind Man City on points per game. I think we had the best defence since that period. We had the best defence. Also, I think we created the most chances. We wouldn't even need an absolutely ruthless, insane finisher to put ourselves up in contention. We needed just a general goal scorer. And in Romelu Lukaku, not only are you getting a proven general goal scorer, you're getting a guy who offers so much to the game. He's got so many facets to his game in terms of, like I said, creativity, positional versatility. Like I've said in previous videos, Roberto Martinez at Everton, and of course for the national team for Belgium, has played him out on the right. That is very important for Thomas Tuchel's fluid front three, because he will drop into spaces for Chelsea Football Club. Romelu Lukaku will drop into spaces, occupy different areas of the pitch to pull out stubborn defences. Look at that game against Villarreal in the Super Cup when we struggled to break them down. Having a Lukaku in there will offer so much more. I'm definitely going to buy him into my fantasy football team. I think he'll score... Oh God, shall I nail my colours to the mast now? I think he's going to score 21 Premier League goals. And that's the first time we've had anywhere near a consistent goal scorer in the Chelsea team. I don't think I'm making too much of a risk there. But our top goal scorer was Jorginho with 7 goals. 7 isn't many. That is very low. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Penalties. Absolutely. Even after watching that ice cold penalty from Jorginho yesterday, I'm hugely an advocate for putting Romelu Lukaku on penalties this upcoming season. In fact, I'm because why not go for the golden boot? Try, why not? You've nearly got it before. You've been nipping at the heels of Harry Kane and playing for Everton. You're a better player now, Rom. Go for it. Put him on pens. It's very difficult because Jorginho is an ice-cold killer. But I think Romelu Lukaku's conversion rate for penalties is very good as well. So, yeah, put him on pens. Get the man loads of goals. Why not? I'm absolutely buzzing. The narrative is rife. He's come back to Chelsea to prove himself. And to prove himself not just to Chelsea, who let him go. Granted, it was more Jose Mourinho who let him go, but not just to Chelsea, to the Premier League. Again, I told you, his return in the Premier League is good, his goal-scoring return. Man United, he had a goal involvement or basically every other game nearly. So he doesn't have that much to prove, but people talk about his touch, being clunky. There's the joke about him wearing Timberlands. And look, man, I'm not going to pretend like Romelu Lukaku's going to drop into this Chelsea team and have the touch of an angel out of nowhere. Sure, he would have developed it, but at the same time, people, they want to sort of hammer him for that technical ability, but he is a very technical striker and certainly has developed more as a technical striker in the last 2 seasons. And like I said, previously, the aforementioned reason, he was being misused at Manchester United by Jose Mourinho. And, let's be real, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer isn't the most innovative player coach ever, So under someone like Thomas Tuchel, he's in many ways, I don't know if he's got the same sort of emotional compassion structure as, I don't think Conte's got the same, empathy and compassion as perhaps Thomas Tuchel has, but Conte is a player's coach. He gets into them, and much like Conte, I genuinely think Thomas Tuchel can get the most out of Romelu Lukaku in the Premier League. With all this trying with Timo Werner, keeping him in the teams to score goals, playing him down the middle. Frank did it, Tuchel did it. We know what Timo Werner's good at. The fans adore him. He can run the channels, he can work the defenders. But now it's time to be persistent with a goal scorer that is proven. I'm absolutely buzzing, and it is good value for money in the market, or fair value. £98 million for a top 5 striker in the world in a market where none are for sale. Even Harry Kane's not for sale when he wants to go. So to get him at 28 years old in his prime, who's just won the league, who's just won the Best Player in Italy award, and the extra narrative of him coming back to prove himself, because it's important to note this kind of stuff, guys, because this is the kind of stuff that drives players on to be better. Not only has he got the narrative where he's coming to show that he's the best and, or one of the best, which he is, he's also signed a 5-year deal till 2026. And this is his final prime years. That is a lot to talk. That is a lot of devotion from a footballer. Think about it. Like I said before, Erling Haaland, he might sign for a 5-year deal, play for 2 or 3 years. Mino Raiola want to move him on. He might get bored. He might see his ambitions elsewhere. The next hot thing in Europe, Real Madrid might get good again or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Lukaku won't do that. He's in his prime. He's looking at the Champions League winners at Chelsea. He's looking at an excellent coach in Tuchel and saying, yes, we want that now. And they're looking back at him going, yes, we want you now. 5 years, your prime, let's go, baby. And there will be no second guessing his devotion, which perhaps you might get with other strikers. Erling Haaland might stay for 2 or 3 years. He might have his eyes somewhere else. He's got no connection to Chelsea. Lukaku won't have that, has a massive connection to Chelsea, an emotional connection to Chelsea. When you look at it like that, a sobering analysis, a sobering review of what this player is, what this player represents, and how he fits perfectly at the moment. I did a video on it, a few days ago, why Romelu Lukaku is the perfect fit for Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea. I'd urge you to go check out that video because I go through his stats, like his creative metrics, his chance conversion metrics. I go through Chelsea's weaknesses, and pretty much he's like the jigsaw, the missing piece of the jigsaw that slots right in. So great. And I also talk about his positional versatility and all that stuff. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great signing. It's a fair price. It's a good price, and it's very, very exciting. # look who's back. The branding's fine. The video's good. They even did a little troll, just trying to sort signal where they showed like a few seconds of a TV, you know, like fuzzing, and it's the beginning of their actual announcement video, which is pretty funny from the admin. It's a good time to be a Chelsea fan. Champions of Europe, won the Super Cup, through a difficult moments as well. You know, pre-season, tired legs, not, you know, we need to rekindle that chemistry, and hopefully we do that. Very little time before Palace. Obviously, I can't imagine Lukaku will be there. I think there's still talk of him needing to quarantine. The announcement video hasn't actually got him in the announcement video. It's like, you know, old footage of him, a sort of nostalgic, him at Chelsea, dreams can come true, all that kind of stuff. So they've used old footage and explained how he signed a 5-year deal. So the paperwork is signed, 5-year contract. They've done the romance narrative, media, you know, approach. And that's all done, but we haven't seen him holding up a shirt. We haven't seen him doing an interview with Chelsea TV. Shaking the hands of Marina Granovskaya. That will all come, but I think he might be quarantining, which is frustrating because if you want him to get off the mark and score loads of goals for Chelsea, it would have been nice for him to start the first game of the season, which is a home game, and it's against Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace, and you thought, maybe, no disrespect to them or the manager, but that might be, because it's a new project for them, that might be a good opportunity for Romelu Lukaku to get off the mark. So that's frustrating, but why be negative, friends? Let's stay positive. Chelsea have signed and announced Romelu Lukaku on a 5-year deal. I'm buzzing. Let me know how you feel down in the comment section below. And we move. Enjoy the football.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.